Class 10, we are continuing with the question answers of radioactivity. See this one. Atomic nucleus A is composed of 84 protons. Okay, 84 protons and 128 neutrons. Fine. So what is atomic number? Number of protons 84. Atomic mass number, this plus this, 212. So how do we write this? Obviously atomic mass number like this. It said that the nucleus emits an alpha particle and transforms into B. Okay, so it emits alpha particle. That means alpha particle is emitted. So if you want, you can write there. If you have some confusions while doing this, that means mass number will be reduced by 4. 212 minus 4, 208. Atomic number by 2, so 82. Again, it emits beta particle and is transformed into nucleus C. Beta particle, that means no change in the atomic mass number. Atomic number increases by plus 1. Right? So, if I tell you what is the relation between B and C, what will you say? B and C are isobars, isn't it? Because their atomic mass number same, atomic number different. Now if I tell you, instead of one beta particle, it emits 2 beta particles consecutively. That means another beta particle it emits. So it becomes D. No change in the mass number. Again it increases by plus 1. 84. Isn't it? So if you have any confusions, like suppose if you have X, A, Z, 2 beta emitted. If you have any confusion while doing this at a time, you can just separate it and do it minus beta and minus beta like this. Okay. For 1, it increases by plus 1. For 2, it will increase by plus 2. Isn't it? So you can straight away write this or whatever. Now notice, if I ask you, is there any relation between A and D? Yes, there is. A and D are isotopes. Atomic numbers are same. See, 84, atomic mass number different. So A and D are isotopes. This question also you get. Now if I tell you if a gamma radiation is taking place, will there be any change? There will be no change in the nucleus. That means if a gamma is emitted, no change in the nucleus. This also remains same, this also remains same. Then what is the change then? Change in the energy level. It comes from the higher excited state to the lower excited state by releasing energy in the form of gamma radiation, right? Again, this type of question, how will you do? Suppose it's given to you, a nucleus emits 2 alpha particles and 1 beta particle to form a nucleus something. Find the atomic number and mass number of the initial nucleus. That means this is the case. X is a nucleus, it emits 2 alpha particle, that means 1 alpha, another alpha and another beta and forms this. This is a final product. But the twist is, in the previous ones we have seen that atomic number and mass number of the initial nucleus is given, but here what is given to us? The final product, atomic mass number given. We have to find the atomic number and mass number of X. How will I find? In this type of questions, we'll start from the back. We'll start from the back and come to the front. Last step, what happens? Beta is emitted. So, before the beta emission, what will be the mass number? Same. No change. Because for beta, there is no change in the mass number. What about the atomic number? Many of you straight away do the biggest mistake. You do one thing, just add 1 and write, okay, so it will be 86 because we know that for beta particle emission, atomic number increases by 1. But wait, see what we are doing. In this question, we are coming from the back to the front. From B, beta was emitted to form R. R has not emitted beta. This has emitted beta particle to form this. That means from the nucleus of this, beta particle was emitted. So whatever was the atomic number, it is increased by +1 to form this. That means this will be 84. Isn't it? Right? Because this nucleus has emitted beta to form this. This nucleus has emitted beta to form this. That means whatever was the atomic number, it was increased by 1 to form this. That means this was -1. Right? Because we are coming from the back to the front. Again, here what was the atomic number and mass number? Alpha particle was emitted. Right? 1 alpha particle was emitted. We know this nucleus has emitted alpha. That means whatever was the mass number, -4, we got 222. How will I get this? This -4 is 222 because this has emitted alpha to form this. So that means this will be this +4, isn't it? So won't it be 226? Because 226 -4 will give me 222. What about this one? Won't this be 86? Because 86 -2 will give me 84. Isn't it? This nucleus has emitted alpha to form this. That means this -2, this -4, this. Right? Again +4, 228 +2, 88. Why? Because this has emitted alpha. That means 228 -4 is 226 and 88 -2 is 86. Right? Okay, sorry. 230. I'm so sorry, it will be +4. I just by mistake I've done +2. 230. Because again 230 -4, 226, 88 -2, 86. We are coming from back to the front. Because this is the initial nucleus, this has emitted alpha, this has emitted alpha, again emitted beta and formed the final product. Okay? So this is a difference when initial is given and what will you do when the final is given. And just go through this. The answers are not given, so I have written this. Obviously you know all these things. Name the radiations which are deflected by electric field, magnetic field, alpha, beta. Right? If I ask you which is not deflected by electric and magnetic field, then gamma. Most penetrating power, gamma. Least, alpha. Highest ionizing power, alpha. Least ionizing power, gamma. Zero mass, obviously gamma. So all these things you will be able to answer once you just go through the properties.